Welcome to lesson 3 of Hector the Hero workshop. If you're wanting to string these little chunks together we've been working on, this is the lesson for you because we're going to do just that. Next lesson we'll get to the ending of the tune, or the ending of the second line, the ending of the first part I should say. If you want access to all the lessons, click on the link below the video. And the little chunk will work on this, then we'll string everything together. I'll just play that little chunk for you. So that's the little chunk we're going to walk through, and then we'll string everything together. So this little chunk, we're coming off of low A. If we're going to skip that A doubling, if you're not doing embellishments, you just go from low A, boom, up to high A. Bottom hand does nothing, top hand does a fair bit. We're lifting the thumb off the back of the chanter for the first time in the tune, and we're lifting the top two fingers of the top hand as well. We'll talk about doublings and grace notes in a moment, but we'll stick with no embellishments just for the timing of this. So we're on that high A, it's a bit of a longer note again. We go down to F by bringing the top finger on the chanter and the thumb on the chanter on the back. Then we go down to E, and both those notes are a little bit shorter before we go down to low A by dropping the ring finger. So we start on low A and end on low A. If we start and end on the same note in a little group, that's a great thing just to put on repeat to get comfortable with it. And for the embellished version, we got that doubling on the high A. So as soon as we go up to that high A, our thumb is striking down. Maybe you're an up striker, I'm not going to argue with you, but I strike down. So as soon as that thumb lifts off, it's already starting to strike down. We have a G grace note from the F to the E, so that top finger has to lift, second finger comes down, top finger comes down. It's like a race, but that middle finger should beat the top finger by a margin. And then we end up on that low A. So that's the new little bit. Not a big bit, but I'll just play it again, no embellishments, then with embellishments for you so you can have it down, and then let's have some fun stringing all these little chunks together into a tune that makes sense. And you're going to be surprised how far you've come just working on these little sections. So again, no embellishments, this last little section. I got it highlighted nicely in blue for you on the sheet music in the workshop link below if you want to check it out. And if you're doing embellishments, and let's string this together. So we're going to start off on line 1. So as you can tell, that's the chunk from lesson 1, and then the first variation from lesson 2. That's the first half of the first line. Second half of the first line. And again, that's the exact same chunk from lesson 1 added to and then added after it is the second variation of lesson 2. And then we have the first half of the second line, plus this little bit we've just added in. So that's that little bit we added in, and I should note that low A in the music I got for you in the workshop, check out the link below. It's got a grace note burl on it. I just don't like the way it sounds, and in the variation, I play a different variation. The variation I play, it doesn't even have that, so I'm not even teaching it. If you're burl crazy, you can add it in, but I don't think you have to worry about it. So let me play everything up to the, we're so close, we just have the ending to go through, which we'll we'll cover in lesson 4. But we're so close to getting this full bit done. So I'll play through nice and slow. Again here, just non-embellishments, and then I'll do embellishments so you can hear it, and then we'll go ahead with lesson 4, that ending bit, which we will be covering a burl, what a burl is if you're doing embellishments. So here we go, what we got so far, almost the full first two lines of the tune. That's the non-embellished version one more time with embellishments, and then I'll see you in lesson 4 to do the ending of line 2. See ya in lesson 4 for the ending of line 2.